She wiped the glossy boardroom table, invisible to the men in suits who laughed and toasted their success. They mocked her and whispered about her like she wasn't even there. But what they didn't know? She held the power to change everything. And in just a few moments, the woman they belittled would do the unthinkable. She would fire the most powerful man in the room. How did a cleaning lady turn the tables on a CEO? Stay tuned, because this is the story they never saw coming. Maria had worked in that skyscraper for 5 years, scrubbing floors and wiping tables while executives walked past without a second glance. She knew every inch of that boardroom, every smug smile, every arrogant whisper. But she kept her head down, doing her job without complaint. Today was no different, or so she thought. As she wiped the long, polished table, she overheard them laughing at her. Imagine her giving orders, one joked, sending the others into fits of amusement. Maria clenched the cloth in her hand, forcing a smile. They saw a cleaning lady. What they didn't see? The power she held. Because today, everything was about to change. Maria had learned to swallow insults. Years of being ignored, whispered about, or called just the help had hardened her. But today was different. The men in suits laughed as if she were invisible, clinking their glasses in celebration. "Imagine her in charge," one of them scoffed, wiping a tear from his eye. "She probably doesn't even know how a business works," another chuckled. "Maybe we should have her clean our shoes next." Maria's hands trembled as she gripped the cloth, but she refused to let them see her anger. She had worked in this company longer than some of them. She knew its secrets, its backroom deals, and, most importantly, who really pulled the strings. Just then, the doors to the boardroom swung open. A senior executive stepped in, his face unreadable. He scanned the room before his eyes landed on Maria. The laughter died down. "Maria," he said firmly, "it's time." The men looked confused. "Time for what?" Maria nodded, setting down the cloth. Her heart pounded, but she had prepared for this moment. Slowly, she stepped forward, not as a cleaning lady, but as something far more powerful. One of the men frowned. "What's going on?" Maria finally met their eyes. "You're about to find out." Silence filled the boardroom. Every executive stared at Maria, confusion turning to disbelief. Then the senior executive spoke. "Maria isn't just a cleaning lady." He turned to the CEO. "She's the majority shareholder of this company." The room erupted. Chairs scraped against the floor as the men sat upright, their confidence crumbling. "That's impossible," one of them stammered. Maria stepped forward, her voice steady. "5 years ago, I started buying shares in the company. Bit by bit, paycheck by paycheck. No one noticed because no one thought I mattered." She turned to the CEO, who was now pale. "But today, I do." The CEO laughed nervously. "This is ridiculous. A cleaning lady can't—" Maria cut him off. "You're fired." The words hung in the air, heavy and undeniable. The CEO's face twisted in anger. "You can't do this." Maria met his eyes, unwavering. "I just did." For the first time, the men in suits weren't laughing. They were silent. Maria stood tall, watching as security escorted the former CEO out of the boardroom. The same men who once mocked her now sat in stunned silence, realizing the power they had underestimated. She took a deep breath. "This company was built by people like me, the ones you never see, the ones you ignore. That changes today." The news spread like wildfire. The headlines read, "Cleaning lady turned majority shareholder shakes corporate America." Social media erupted with support, praising Maria's resilience and exposing the quiet injustices that had thrived for years. But this wasn't just her story. It was the story of every worker overlooked, every person dismissed because of their background, race, or status. How many others are out there, waiting for their moment to be heard? And when that moment comes, will the world finally listen? If you enjoyed this story and found it thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful narratives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What would you have done in this situation? Your support helps bring more eye-opening stories to life. Where are you watching this video from? Let us know in the comments. Take care.